Check, 1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know what it is. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's your boy, the Dustin Legend, Leon Rogers. Sports Unplugged, we in the building. Across from me, man, making all the magic work, editing, sound, cameras. He does it all. Media Mind in the building.
Hey, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, let me tell you something, man, as we listen to this classic right here. Let me tell you something. I'm finna piss people off real quick. Let me just echo that on out. Welcome to Sports Unplugged. Leon Rogers. Follow us at Sports Unplugged. A Gmail, Sports Unplugged at gmail.com. Instagram, Sports Unplugged. Facebook, Sports Unplugged. That's sports with a Z, SPORTZ, Unplugged. Send us an email if you want to talk about something with us or you say the show ain't shit. Whatever you want to do, man, send it to us. And we will reply back because we them type of dudes. We don't duck no smoke. Also, follow us on YouTube, like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, and engage in conversation with us like we about to engage in today. So now, trigger warning. If you're a fan of old school music, you're about to be upset with me. Because let me tell you something, man. Last night,
what'd you do, sir?
Went to go see my man, Chris Brown, Breezy Bowl 20.
I think I said, yo!
52,000 people packed Wrigley Field. All shapes, sizes, colors, and ages. I thought me and my wife was going to be the only uncle and auntie there. There was a lot of uncle and aunties and OGs there. And I seen a few matriarchs floating around with their booty shorts on. When I mean matriarchs, I seen a few chicks over 50 with the booty cheeks out.
I respect it.
For Breezy.
I respect it.
And let me tell you something. He did not disappoint. Now, the statement I'm about to say that's about to piss the world off, and I'm going to look dead into the camera while I say it so you think. Chris Brown sits at the table. He's in the room, sitting at the table, elbow to elbow with Michael Jackson, and there's a valid conversation that can be had that he might be one of the greatest or the greatest entertainer of all time. I said it. I said it. It's going to be a bunch of y'all down there. You done lost your mind. Well, let me tell you why. I said, if we want to have an objective conversation, we can. But if you just love Michael Jackson and you refuse to let go, that's fine too. Because I'm not saying Michael Jackson sucked. By no means. Absolutely not. Baby Michael, 5-year-old Michael to right before the casket Michael with the white lady lace front Michael. All bad versions. Black nose Michael. White nose Michael, elf nose Michael. All bad versions, all cold. But let me tell you something, man. That boy Chris Brown, he sang about 45 to 50 songs. First verse, chorus only. Not the whole song.
Just to remind people exactly who he is in this catalog.
First verse, chorus only, and then went into something else. And we was there for 3 hours. Bryson Tiller and my girl, Summer Walker, they hit stage at 7. They was done by 7:35, 7:40.
Get out of here. I got work to do.
DJ Fresh came up, got the crowd hype, played, what all out of town. And listen, out of town DJs, I get it. You do your homework and then you want to come in and think you want to play what all Chicago people listen to. Of course, I knew every song he was going to play.
What do you do? Give me an example.
Man, Chicago, you know where we at? Chicago, you know what we got to play? Gang in this bitch, gang. Really? Okay, yeah. No brainer. Chief Keef, Vaughn. I know the 3 songs you're going to play. Something by Dirk. And then you're going to try to play some juke music, but you're not going to go deep with it.
The usual suspect. Okay,
right.
Got it.
So I get it. I get it, though, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? But then Chris Brown comes out with his dances. First of all, let me tell you something. If you like ass, Chris Brown concert is the place to be. And I'm not talking about the ass in the stands. I'm talking about the ass he got performing with him on stage.
Ooh.
If I felt sorry for the people who brought they like little 13 and 14-year-old girls that love Chris Brown, all they saw was fat asses on the stage. I'm talking about good thong.
Good cheeks.
Oh my God. It was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just one of them. It was one of them shows where it was so much ass. Your wife couldn't even get mad at you. Your girlfriend, they just was like, "There's some nice asses out there."
I like it too.
But past all that, the brother is a demon, man. Brothers did. At one point in time, he hooked himself up to some cables and started moonwalking and flying in the air, backwards flipping and singing. Well, I'm sorry. Listen, I get it. Mike was cold. Mike was innovative with videos, right? People. First thing people gonna say, well, they used to shut down the channels. When Mike was performing, there was only 3 channels: ABC, NBC, CBS. There's so many outlets to watch TV now. Or when Chris was coming up, there's so many different outlets. Cable was a big thing. Cable wasn't a big thing when Mike was out, because I guarantee you Thriller would have premiered on cable.
Absolutely.
So the fact that it appeared on CBS, and CBS got the call, one of the most conservative networks ever, they got the call to show, CBS got the call to show the video for Thriller. But what I'm saying is, yes, he was innovative in that aspect. But dancing, yo, I love Mike. He can't fuck with this boy.
So in music, and this is a sports show, people, so we're not going to stay here too long.
Too long.
But in music,
I had to get this shit off my chest.
could CB and Michael Jackson be considered the barbershop argument for LeBron
Absolutely.
and Michael?
And the way people defend their guys, the same way, right? Because we holler about the Michael Jordan fans that say LeBron James is only better than Michael Jordan in these categories because of longevity. Stats, right? They discredit longevity and stats, but Tom Brady plays in the league for 20 years, breaks every record, wins 7 rings. It's not a problem. Okay, well, let's not go with longevity, Jordan fans. Let's go with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who never gets put in the GOAT conversation, but just as many titles, just as many league MVPs, right? Had the scoring title that Michael Jordan couldn't break. But then you'll say he wasn't better than Mike in this, he wasn't better than Mike in that, he didn't win a defensive player of the year. So you're going to shift the argument to fit your player. I'm saying if you're going to objectively talk, dog, there's a segment, before I get started, there's a segment in Chris Brown's show where he does Michael Jackson. He has a light up hat on and shit. And dare I say it, the motherfucker did Michael Jackson better than Michael Jackson. Mine. Listen, man.
Who got the, what the tapes?
First of all, I'm not even an R&B dude.
Okay.
But my wife was like, she know, like, that's one dude I respect. He's cold. I said, who is his contemporary that's on a level with him right now as far as men in R&B?
Nobody.
And I get it. All y'all that sort of got to holler at R. Kelly shit, that's cool. R. Kelly's not a performer on stage like this kid.
We're talking singing and dancing, people.
You talk about Usher? All right, cool. I saw Usher's concert, the Vegas run.
I did.
On roller skates. Amazing.
It was cool. Yeah.
I've seen Beyonce Renaissance. I was introduced to Beyonce on the concert shit with Renaissance. What a way to get your cherry popped. Came right back, saw Cowboy Carter. When I say she cold, she put on a stage show, she sings like a diva. This boy is different. I said that there's no one being born yet that's gonna be his heir apparent. There's nobody out there right now. Look at the new singers that are underneath him. So they was like, well, the influence. I said, okay, here we go with that. Yes, Michael Jackson did influence Chris Brown. Understood. He influenced Usher, all them. Chris Brown is influencing the Jacqueeses of the world, the Leon Thomases, the Lucky Days,
none of them can dance.
Bryson Tillers, and none of them can dance. But my point is, though, well, I don't know who they are. Right, because it's not your generation. You're holding on. I get it. I do, too. I do it with rap. But I got to admit that there's some new rappers out here now that's nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say Corday ain't nice. I'm not going to say Benny the Butcher and them ain't nice just because I'm a Rakim fan.
Good call.
Right? So now let's go with, I said, Michael Jackson. Who influenced him?
James Brown.
Right? But y'all are okay with saying Michael Jackson surpassed James Brown.
And Mike didn't do shit but remix his shit.
His dances. That's it.
Let's be clear.
Spins, stomps, splits. James Brown did it and sang.
Yes.
Now, was James Brown the singer of Michael Jackson? No. Was he the entertainer? No. Well, I had, shout out to my man Clarence Morgan, my dog. He said, well, until Chris Brown makes a what Man in the Mirror and all that. I said, okay, so he made your little uplifting song. James Brown made I'm Black and I'm Proud. In an era where you got your ass whooped for saying you was black and I'm proud. Mike ain't never had to go through nothing like that. Everything Mike went through, he went through at the end of his career. or because he cussed out Tommy Mottola and called him the devil.
And it was somewhat self-inflicted.
So I'm not dissing Mike. I'm just saying if Chris Brown don't put his hands on Rihanna, who knows where he's at right now? Because people never forgave him for that. And that's proven by the 2 Grammys he's only got. That kid only got 2 Grammys.
Nominated 25 times.
2 Grammys. Let that sink in. The industry didn't like him, or somebody in the industry that mattered. He pissed them off, and they didn't fuck with him. Even after Rihanna said, hey, we cool. That's my guy. We was young. He was 17. No excuse. You don't put your hands on a woman regardless. If somebody put my hands on my daughter, it's up. I don't care who they is. But my point is, he never recovered from that. Well, Mike, I said, Mike's stuff happened to him towards the end of his career. His run was damn near over. But I don't want to stay on that. Y'all hit us up. Hit us up because I'll come back and I'll have a conversation with anybody. Hit us up at Gmail, sportsunplug with a Z at gmail.com. Okay, or a comment. We could go have a comment.
We can
wars.
argue. Yeah, we're going to argue.
Because I'm telling you, man, you get a chance to see this kid show. And I say kid because he's 36. I'm 54, so he could be my son. But Buddy is a dog.
Yeah.
Great. Like how Cam Newton say to Gilly, we cannot relate. Mike can't say that to Chris Brown. He can't. If he was here, he'd be like, hey, if I'm gonna pass the torch to anybody, it's going to him.
I think Mike is proud. And shout out to Mike. It's his birthday today.
I'm sorry, Mike, happy birthday, bring that shit up on your birthday, man. Don't pop up in my room and Thriller later on tonight.
Sometimes you got to get the truth on somebody's birthday. When else to give it to him? It's fine.
Man. What we got going on today?
Well, let's see here, man. I think today we can get into, obviously we can get a little basketball, man. I think it's...
Okay, let's talk about it.
I was pretty shocked at Dawn Staley coming out. Now, I'm not sure what podcast she was on, but she came out and said that she interviewed for the head coaching job for the New York Knicks. And that to me was odd.
Who's their coach now?
Mike Brown.
They got Mike Brown over there?
Yeah, because they just fired Tibbs.
They just fired Tibbs.
I think it's Mike Brown. And she said basically, it was pretty standard. She went there, did what she was supposed to do, and obviously she didn't get the job, right? Now, my issue is this. Is she qualified? Yes.
Yes.
I think that this was simply a Knicks DEI play. I don't think they had any intention on hiring her, right? But you got to say, we did give her an opportunity.
But let me ask you a question. If I'm Dawn Staley, do I really want the Knicks job?
She said that would be the only one she would take.
Do I really want the Knicks job and I got a powerhouse down in South Carolina? I could be the new age version of UConn. I could be what Gino Auriemma was to UConn, and those women running off title after title. South Carolina is in the mix, has been in the mix, as I can see, for the past 4 or 5 years, they've been in the mix. Either first, second, or Final Four, right?
No, that's absolutely right.
So, do I really want the Knicks job? Do I really want to work for Leon, is it Wood? The president?
I don't think so.
Do I really want to work for them?
So. Yeah.
Do I really want to work for the people that threw Charles Oakley out the building? Because let me tell you something. With this new team created, if Mike Brown does not at least get them to the Eastern Conference Finals this year, he's going to be on the hot seat. Hot take, maybe a hot take. But if he doesn't get them, they're bringing him in here to think that, okay, we can use him to get over the hump. Let's see how he runs the players during the year. Does he only focus on running 6 guys, or does he use his bench? So now when playoff time comes and we're bringing this unknown 11th man off the bench because everybody's banged up, at least he has played in some games, right? And Tibbs, I said that about Tibbs. Tibbs goes to the team, great coach, but he wears thin on you like Scott Skiles did for the Orlando Magic.
He will wear you down and break you down.
He wear you down.
Yeah.
And it's just, that's his coaching style. He's not going to change. He's an old dude. But Mike Brown, who I feel got unjustly fired, as Sacramento was his last stop, right? I feel he got unjustly fired there and didn't get a chance. Don't know if he had some beef with players or something, but the Knicks are not going to go anywhere if your offense runs through the little guy. You're going to have to run the offense through Cat, make Jalen the guy down the stretch that goes and gets the buckets, but let Cat cook first through third.
Let me ask you this, though. As let's say she does get the job, does she have control of that locker room, right? Because it's a difference in coaching college students and grown men millionaires who have egos.
Well, shit, the college students.
Well, they do, right? They do, right? But I'm thinking about just, I don't know how many grown men are respecting the coach. Let's say she pisses somebody off and the first thing out of his mouth is bitch. Like, how far are you going to go?
She got to take that. Well, like, and I don't want people out here to get it twisted. I say that's okay with her calling her that. But she got to know that that's a probability. One of these dudes might flare up and say that. And he'd be like, you a bitch. And instead of, and she could come right back at him. She was like, yeah, but at least I ain't playing like one. You know, or something. She got to hit him back.
She is a woman. She got slick tongue.
She is the woman. Right? She got slick. She could come back with it because coaches and players are not going to get along, men and women. But I do want to say this about athletes. I think they respect somebody that knows the game. And Dawn Staley, you check her resume, I think she's certified in about knowing the game of basketball, from a point guard position for how to get people involved, from a coaching position. She's won on levels. She's won national championships. She's won a WNBA championship. She's won, you know what I'm saying?
National Coach of the Year.
I think players will respect her. And if somebody does get out of line like that, I think other guys on the team will say, hey, you might have a legit beef to be griping with her, but all that ain't necessary. Because if she was a man, you wouldn't say that. You might have to square up.
So then I would give pushback and say, let's think about other college coaches that have made the jump and haven't been successful. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about a Rick Pitino, a John Calipari.
Yeah.
You know, it's really levels to it. And I don't even want to make it a man-woman thing, but when you're taking a predominantly male position in a male-dominated league, they didn't even give Becky Hammond that slot, right? You
think Becky Hammond has a better resume than Dawn Staley?
No.
All right, then.
No, I don't. But
it's just that Popovich, she had Popovich fighting for her. That's the difference. Dawn would be coming into this self-made. Ain't nobody giving me the leeway. And if I am getting it, and once again, even if Dawn Staley got it and she failed, right? It's still a first. And then you would still have to see how the players, because like at the end of the day, I hate it when coaches get scapegoated for teams stinking. And not the general manager who put that shit together. Not the owner who checked off on what the general manager did. And some of these bum-ass players who I don't care who coached them. They just not cut to win. They're not winners. They're guys that's okay with getting a check and sitting on the bench. Because it goes both ways. If we see, like with Tibbs, we literally saw what the problem was. Tibbs, you don't play your bench. You rail your starters out. But guess what? The GM and the owner knew that when they brought him in because he did the same thing with the Chicago Bulls.
Facts.
He did the same thing with the Minnesota Timberwolves. So who's to blame in that situation, right? You can't get, you know what you're getting. He didn't repackage shit.
Is the NBA world ready for a female head coach in the NBA?
I think they are before football or any other league. I think they are. And look, I would like to see this though. Let's see a female head coach of a men's Division I team. Now, what if we saw that first and then saw that woman coach transfer in the NBA? Will we look at it different because she's dealing with younger men on a different level, and they may be more high-headed than the pros? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a good starting point. To come out the gate like that, I mean, you're talking about a media storm. Everything she would do, right or wrong, is going to go crazy.
I love to see it, though. Certain people, a Dawn Staley, if a Cheryl Miller got up off the couch and said, I want to coach. If a Cheryl, not Cheryl Swoops, who played Tina Cooper.
Okay, Coop.
If Coop said she wanted to do it, certain players, I'd be like, okay, Dawn Staley, Cooper, Cheryl Miller.
Is her whole staff females?
No. You can't see, because then that's when the shit will get ridiculous. Now it's like, you really trying to prove a point. She's going to have, because her whole staff ain't female at South Carolina. Mm-hmm. You would have to get brilliant basketball minds around you. And I would dare to say, not to make her look any weak though, and you might want to keep 1 or 2 men on the coaching staff in case you get one of those hot-headed moments.
You're gonna need some
where
backup.
a player get crazy. Then you got a guy that can step in and say, "Hey man, this is what we ain't gonna do. You gonna respect your coach and not call her out of her name. We gonna ice that down real quick because you might have a dude that don't have no home training and want to get in the woman's face. You can't talk about how everybody was raised, but I think with her accolades and who she is, I would love to see that for Dawn Staley. That was one of my favorite basketball players too. When I used to watch her back at old,
when she was on
Virginia.
Martin, I'm hey, you know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? Give me the salt and pepper vibes.
Accolades, right? We're talking about accolades. So this brother dropped this gem on was my brother Zach Boog. We was talking. The Hall of Fame, right? First of all, we got to stop calling it the NBA Hall of Fame. It's the Naismith Hall of Fame. And it's what you've contributed to the world of basketball and your accolades and stuff that you've done.
So it's your whole basketball resume, college, Olympics, international, even coaching. So your entire body of work in the sport of basketball.
So let this sink in. The guy that invented the basketball and the guy that invented the air needle for the basketball is in there. Makes sense, right? Because they contributed to the game and we can't have the game without it. So my brother Zach Boog, who I work with, he dropped this on me. He was like, should Mario Chalmers be in the Hall of Fame? I said,
what?
Nah. He said, what about Robert Horry? I was like, nah, you hit a few shots, but you were always the passenger on the bus. I said, and I know the NBA Hall of Fame ain't just about what you've done in the NBA because there's 6 foreign players that never set foot in the NBA that are in the Naismith Hall of Fame. Now, I want you to listen to this because this blew my mind when he read it. Mario Chalmers, major accolades. 2-time NBA champion with the Miami Heat. NBA All-Rookie Second Team. That's NBA. Professional internationally. FIBA Champions League champion, league MVP. Greek Cup winner, game MVP. Game-winning shot, Big 3 champion, 2023. Right? He just hit, and then he just hit a game winner the other day. Now, he was Big 12 Co-Defensive Player of the Year in 2007. The Big 12 Tournament MVP in 2006. And then the year they beat Derrick Rose, he was the most outstanding player of that tournament, 2008. And he's a two-time NCAA, and he went to the finals 2 years in a row, and they won it in 2008. He beat Derrick Rose Memphis team.
What did he do in Alaska and Kansas? I mean,
state
high school.
State titles in high school. 2 state titles in high school.
Are we talking about the same Mario
Chalmers
that a lot of guards say that they've cooked in the league?
Yes. Now, mind you, I'm gonna see what he averaged for his career. I don't think it was that much.
Well, first of all, shout out to Zach.
9 points, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists a game. Those are not Hall of Fame numbers, and that's why I feel like he shouldn't get in because that's not Hall of Fame worthy numbers. But at the same time, all that other shit he's done, dog, and I'm not gonna find too many players that match that.
When did he go play FIBA in Greece? When did all these things happen,
bro?
All right, you know what,
bro? I'm telling you, blew my mind.
You know, I have a different respect out of for our brother Mario Chalmers out of Anchorage, Alaska.
Yes,
you know, this is disturbing, but it's refreshing as well to even know that he did accomplish all of these things. I would have never known this.
So now that brings me to some players who I think should be in the Hall of Fame, and they're not.
Who you got?
Sean Marion, The Matrix, Sean Kemp, Penny Hardaway, and Amari Stoudemire. All 4 of them should be in the Hall of Fame because Sean Marion was very integral on that run that Dallas made. And he's a champion. He's an NBA champion. Shawn Kemp didn't get a ring, but him and Gary Payton, he was a monster. He was a monster them years he played in Seattle. And if we putting Tracy McGrady in on 5 years out at Houston, Shawn Kemp deserves a shot. Amari Stoudemire, dog. Everywhere, dog. And all of them averaged about 17 points a game for their career. Penny Hardaway, them and Shaq was magic. They was just young when they lost to Houston. But Penny was nice.
He's building his resume at Memphis right now.
6'8", 6'9", but he should be in off his NBA resume. I'm sorry. He gave to the game. Great point guard. Lil Penny. We still talk about Lil Penny. We add in all that.
I would raise you a Marcus Camby. I would throw in a Shane Battier.
How much did they average a game though? Because
I'm talking full body of work. I'm talking.
Because Shane at Duke, they was crazy.
Yeah.
What, he got 2 at Duke?
Yes.
How many Marcus get at UMass? They never cut down the nets.
No, but he got a few DPOYs. That's Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. Because if Ben Wallace is in.
Dare I say, and this is for our Duke fans, I feel like Christian could make a case to get in.
Christian Laettner?
Yes.
It would be for everything he did in college.
For sure. For sure.
Because he didn't really contribute that Olympic team.
So, yeah.
He contributed on that Olympic team.
But let's NBA, he was,
It would be everything college and high school.
That's fair.
Because he was the most dominant player in high school. Is Daddy Manning in? If Daddy Manning is in, I think Christian could get in.
By this, then yes. And I'm going to go ahead and throw Danny Ainge in there as well. He's won as an exec. He's won as a player. Yeah.
I don't know.
People don't like him, but hey.
I don't know about Danny Ainge, man. I don't know. What Danny Ainge? Danny Ainge used to get cooked.
Big time exec, buddy. He's been killing in the second half of his career.
He goes in as a bus rider in the NBA, but what he did with the Celtics organization.
For sure.
And now he's really making the moves over there in the Jazz now too. All right, I'll give you that.
Just something to think about.
I'll give you that. Kerr's in, right?
Kerr is absolutely in.
He will. Yeah, he will.
He has to be.
Yeah, he will.
He built it. I ain't gonna say he built, but he will
be.
He has.
No, he can now. I do have
a problem with that. That's Mark Jackson team. That's Mark Jackson team. We're not gonna do that. That's Mark Jackson team.
Come on now. That's Mark Jackson team. But yeah, that blew my mind with Mario Chalmers, dude.
Shout out to Mario, man. And like I said, I was with him at the Big Three, man. I didn't know this. Cool, brother.
Bro, I hollered, man. I said, yo. But that's why it's the easiest Hall of Fame to get in.
Do you have any international legends? I'm thinking I got Drazen Petrovic. I got Manu.
Drazen is in.
Drazen in? Are we sure? Here, let me fact check before I get talking crazy.
Yeah, Drazen might be in. I think they put him in. Because he died in a car crash. I think Drazen is in. But Drazen was cold. Drazen Petrovic was a beast. I think that was the only person that wasn't scared of Mike.
It's all good. We can move on from it, man.
I think Drazen is in though. Now, NBA guys are famous. They had their signature shoes and whatnot, right? So Anthony Edwards went on Twitter and he was like, yeah, I like it when I see players wearing my shoes, the AE1. Now the AE2 is about to drop. I know a lot of y'all wearing Donovan Mitchell's and James Harden's. Them shit's trash. Wear mine. And so many words. He was like, yeah, them all right.
Oh, yeah, he's a YN.
AE2s.
He got big YN energy.
Yo, I could not stop laughing. But I've been looking at some of the Caitlin Clark signed her deal now. She's an official Nike athlete. Signature shoe is on the way. Aja Wilson dropped the shoe.
Is it Aja or is it Asia? Make it
Asia, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I thought she came out and said something different.
But I like it.
Okay. All right.
The Aja Wilson one, that's a cold shoe.
We're not doing this.
You wouldn't wear a WNBA woman's shoe?
I'm not wearing a WNBA woman's shoe, a jersey. I don't want to go to the games. And the last time I went to the game, they had nachos with no cheese. Shout out to Chicago Sky. Not ever. How'd you run out of nacho cheese, man? I don't get it.
That ain't me, man. I love y'all, Sky.
Hey.
I love y'all. I like eating plain nacho chips. They got just enough right by salt on them.
Nah.
Yo.
Never. Never.
I'm not trying. Yo. They for real had nachos.
I swear, I'm not lying.
They sold you the nachos, and then you were like, yo.
What are my cheese? They like, well, we're out.
I would have gave him that shit back. You kept the shit.
I was hungry, and then they only had one style of beer. Like, come on, man, and it wasn't Moors. Like, it was bad. It was a bad time. And
so they didn't have Funky Town Brewery or Moors.
They had nothing, bro, nothing. And this is by halftime. This isn't like,
So
overtime.
So you think they sold out? They had it. They just probably sold out.
No, she sold out. She said we have nothing else.
The concession stands popping.
No, when you have an organization and they might have been playing the Fever. You got Caitlin Clark coming in here. You're not stocking up. Overstock.
Can I get some nachos? Hands playing nachos. Yeah. Where the cheese at?
Yeah.
We out. But they took your money. That's diabolical.
Yeah. And gave me a lukewarm beer at that. So
I would have poured that over the nacho.
So
you wouldn't win. I would, man. No. The Wilson shoe look nice. And Sabrina Ionescu shoe is nice too. I would rock them, man.
I'm a man, bro. I'm not. That's like for
what
me.
What that got to do with anything?
That's like saying would I wear a heel? Like, no. That's how I feel about it.
The basketball shoe is the same, dog.
They don't. First of all, they don't even make them.
It's not a heel.
They don't even make them for men. So now I have to go get
a size higher.
2, actually.
Well, that's if you buying a woman's shoe, but I'm saying they have them in size. Like I just get like if I wear 11, I get 10, a 13.
Yeah, that's stupid. I'm not doing that.
But they fresh. What if they fresh?
There's no such thing. They're not making them for men. So
the colorways.
So you're trying to make me a cross dresser.
No,
I'm not with it.
No, I'm not. Listen, hold on. Now, all my guys out there that rock sneakers, tell me it don't be some women's shoes with fly ass colorways.
They get the best. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Cause I done bought a pair of women's sneakers before. I was like, this colorway fly. I don't care what nobody say.
Were they Jordans?
And I went to no.
Okay.
They weren't Jordans. They were Air Max.
Oh, yeah,
they was tough.
Yeah. 95s?
Nah. It was the one with the bubble in the 180s. And it was like a fuchsia pink and coral. Man, it set this outfit I had on right. 13. Ring them up. I'm just saying, dog. At the end of the day, I look at sneakers as unisex. Unless it's something like it's got the heel cut out in the back. You know what I'm saying? Or the toes out in the front. But then that's a sandal. I'm just saying. I ain't gonna, hey man, look.
Chat, let us know.
If Caitlin drop her shoe in this fresh dog, I'm gonna have it on. Cause I've already ordered a pair of Wilsons and a nice little, and the pink too. I got them in pink.
So you're saying
some of y'all be wearing Jordans, and them Jordans don't be man Jordans. They be women Jordans. Y'all buy a size up high, and I go look and do my research about. You got all some.
This is true.
So what's the difference?
I'm not guilty of that yet, but there is a pair that I have to have, and so when I do that, then I have to recant my entire statement. But as of now, I'm never buying a Caitlin Clark, Asia. Angel Reese.
Buchers. You want to buy a Paige Buchers?
No.
Juju drop a fly shoe from USC. You ain't buying it.
Juju a little different. I think I love her.
Not this dirt bag.
I love Juju.
Juju, I'm buying Juju shoe, man. Flagene drop a shoe. You ain't buying it. The hip hop chick from LSU.
She gotta rap a verse first. I want to get on the verse one.
Come on, man. You wildin', man.
I'm just saying.
You wildin'.
Chat, let us know. Are you rocking a women's signature gym shoe?
Right. They put them out and they make them. Well, they're making them for women, but you buy size up.
Well, a deeper conversation is this. Most women aren't going to buy them. The men are going to be the ones who buy them because men support the WNBA. Women don't support the WNBA. So women, go ahead and go get this shoe.
Yo, didn't I think I heard in the WNBA that, I get it. I'm all with y'all fighting to get y'all bread and all that. Cool. And y'all actually have been putting out a better product as of late. I have been watching some of the games against the major teams, like if the Lynx play the Las Vegas Aces, like, you know what I'm saying, Nafisa Collier, Wilson going at it. I've been liking the matchups, you know what I'm saying? Now that Dallas got Paige Buchers, I'm waiting for them to put some pieces around her. But when she played the Fever, her and Caitlin Clark, because she was Caitlin Clark before Caitlin, you know what I'm saying? And she just dropped 44 on people, set a record as a rookie.
Easy.
I can't wait till Juju come in. But our I don't know if I read this or I heard it that, when they talking about the money thing, the WNBA was like, well, we're thinking about doing back-to-backs. And the female player said, we're not doing back-to-backs. So then I'm like, Well, y'all, I mean, excuse my French, but y'all got to shut the fuck up then about the money thing. Because the guys have to play back-to-backs in the NBA.
I just said the same thing.
They have to play back-to-backs.
Like, you can't have it both ways. And this is my issue. And this is a bad time.
And why can't you do a back-to-back? What's stopping you?
This is a bad time, if you're in negotiations, to start complaining about the things that you don't like before you get your bread. So the $250K that they offered them, in my mind, I don't know this to be fact, but it got to be 125 now. It got to be.
Or 50.
You know what I mean? Like,
because them owners might be like, oh, what?
You play half the time that the NBA does, which means you have half of the freaking back-to-backs. You are a professional athlete, and you're complaining about playing the game that you love. I don't understand it.
You complain about doing your job, basically.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
That would be like us getting $1 million for this podcast.
Hello.
Put it in the air, God, from my lips to your ears, Lord. And then all of a sudden we'd be like, well, man, we gotta
record 3 times a week. So,
bring it, G. What? We ain't got to pour our own drinks no more. We got somebody. I can't, ladies, I can't go with y'all on that one now. If you got to do the back-to-backs, that's a small thing to a giant. Wouldn't you say, bro?
Look, my thing is, you play basketball for a living.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you've heard plenty of NBA players say, hey, man, I get paid to play a game that I love. A game. Right? Ladies, you don't have to go overseas anymore. And I believe that they don't even want them going overseas because, you go out there and get hurt, whatever.
Or you get in trouble. Brittany Griner.
Exactly. So you have to play the back-to-back. Just like in NFL, they wanted more money. They said, all right, cool, we want more money? Or less preseason games? Great, we're going to add up. We're going to tack on another game. Now it's 17 games in the NFL, right? And for the season. If you want more, you have to do more.
You got to do more.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everybody don't even like the product that you put on the floor. So guaranteed, the back-to-back games that y'all playing, ain't nobody coming no way.
It might elevate the brand and the spotlight on you. So say like we got Minnesota Lynx versus Las Vegas Aces, and it's a thrilling overtime victory by the Lynx, and then y'all turn around tomorrow and do it in the Aces Stadium. Everybody gonna come to see the get back. Like, I think it helps a little bit. Because if y'all start load management with only...
Come on.
Because that's what they going to say next. Well, all right, y'all going to make us do back-to-back? We're going to start load managing. Hey, yo, don't nobody come as it is. Now you going to have Nafisa Collier sit out a game? Oh, boy, you talking about mad. They'll walk away and never come back.
We can leave this, but I just want to know, when are the women going to support the WNBA?
Yeah.
Please, they need your help.
Yeah. It's a shame. I get more excited about it than some females I know. And these chicks are used to hoop. I'm like, y'all don't watch it and y'all used to hoop? Come on, man. If at least you'll be thinking that you'll be sitting up saying, oh, I'll bust her ass. No, you won't. You're sitting right here with me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Have another beer. Hey, I want to say something before we get into this boxing thing, right? Last week I said I was talking about Roy Jones, and I said Roy comes off as a hater. I did say Roy Jones didn't fight Andrew Toney. I have to correct myself. James Toney, I'm sorry. James Toney. Andrew Toney played for the Sixers. He did fight James Toney and beat him. He beat him convincingly. So I take that back, Roy. You did fight James Toney and you beat him. But Joe Calzaghe, a lot of other people in their prime, you didn't fight. You was talking
Look at you doing your homework.
Well, a little something.
You know what I mean? I appreciate that, man.
Because I don't want nobody talking shit to me. You understand? I hate that. That's one thing I cannot stand. Somebody talk crazy to me about something I said and it wasn't true. All right, let's get into it, man. 2 big fights coming up. And I would garner one is going to draw more attention than the other. First fight, let's talk about it. Canelo and Bud Crawford. Bud coming up in weight, Canelo coming down a little bit. They're going to mix it up in the middle. And then the other fight, which is insane to me, right? He has a 70-pound weight difference on the guy. Gervonta Tank Davis against Jake Paul. I think the Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul fight is going to garner more attention and more eyes on it than the Bud Canelo, which is going to be an amazing fight. That's going to be a war, in my opinion. And I got Bud winning slightly over Canelo. And the only reason, because I think Canelo's a little older now and Bud is catching him at the right time, right? I think if we had this fight 5 years prior, 4 years prior to this time, might be a little different between Bud and Canelo. But I think Bud catching him at the right time going to get him out of there. But this Gervonta Tank Davis and Jake Paul, does Jake Paul get respect if he beats a world champion?
No, you don't get respect. Jake Paul is what, 5'10", 6'1"?
No, 6'2".
6'2". Brother Gervonta Davis is
5'7".
part of the get along gang. Okay. Right. Now,
matter of fact, he might not be that.
I was going 5'4", 5'5" tops.
Keep going. Right? I'm gonna look that up.
At 5'4", 5'5", it's pretty difficult to knock out a 6-foot person unless you snuff them. Okay, 70 pounds is a lot. Jake Paul can actually fight. We've seen that. He knows how to throw a punch. I don't understand why Tank Davis is doing this. This makes
money. You know why he's doing it. Come on,
that's a money.
Bad.
I'm not pocket watching.
Hold on. He looks literally. I don't think Gervonta Davis ever cleared 100-something mil in a fight. He could do that with this.
Did he let him in on the business? Is what I
he had to in order to make this fight happen.
Okay,
he had to. I don't think Gervonta does it. So Jake Paul weighs 200 pounds. Gervonta weighs 135. Jake Paul is 6'1". Gervonta is 5'5". Jake Paul's reach is 76 inches. Gervonta Davis is 67.5 inches. So that's an 8-inch disadvantage.
So this is what Jake Paul does, right? He finds these fights with these abnormal measurements and metrics with the other fighter. And you think about Mike Tyson, okay, he's old, but Mike still got it. Now we're grabbing a world champion in Tank Davis, but who's severely undersized. How is this a fight? This has to turn into a street fight.
So just some other key notes. Jake Paul earned $40 million for his fight against Mike Tyson, an old, washed-up, has-been heavyweight, right? Gervonta Davis' biggest fight, his biggest money he's ever earned in boxing, $15 million when he fought Ryan Garcia.
Damn, Floyd, get up out that man's pockets.
Damn. So now, Jake Paul, Gervonta, I could see it. This fight is going to clear 150, 200 some million. I could see Gervonta walking away with 40, 45, 50. He probably told Jake, look, we either got to split this or it's like 51-49. Or I'm not doing it because I got a lot to lose. You knocked me out or beat me, and you can say what you want. You can say, I get it. You saying he's so big or whatever. But I look at it like this. I take a guy and let's say train him for 3 years in MMA and put him in the ring with Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson, one of the greatest champions ever in MMA. I think Mighty Mouse, he might struggle, but he still fucks dude up, even if dude outweighs him, whatever. And dude might have knowledge of that, but we're talking about a world. Gervonta's not a has-been. Gervonta's not out of the league. Gervonta's not a guy getting off the couch after years of being retired. Gervonta is in his prime fight. He just fought Roach.
He's active.
He's super active. And knockout power. He put people to sleep. Whether it be the body, ask Ryan Garcia about that body shot he took. And he said, I still feel that to this day. When that man hit me and I walked away and it took a knee because I'm about to boo-boo on myself. I'm just saying, Jake Paul, me personally, I think the fix is in.
Whose way?
I think Jake Paul grabs Gervonta and they hug and wrestle for a bunch of rounds. And I think they call it a draw and both of them walk away with money, robbing the fans and try to see if they could do it again. But if they fight, I don't think Jake Paul has enough to knock Gervonta out.
Can he hurt him at 135 pounds?
I think he can. he's a champ. We're not talking about a 135-pounder that's taking boxing classes at the UFC gym. We're talking about a certified hitter. And Jake Paul ain't really had his chin tested or his body tested. The one halfway decent fighter he fought, what happened? He lost. Tyson Fury's little brother or whatever.
Yeah, he got his ass whooped.
He lost. And this dude is a journeyman fighter. We're talking about a world champion. I know, I get it. The weight.
You're making a really good case.
The weight, the reach, and all that. But you don't think Gervonta has fought fighters taller than him where he was at a disadvantage? That don't change. Now the weight, yeah, if Jake lean on him, rush him, try to lean on him. But Gervonta know how to use the ring. Gervonta know how to curl up, let him punch himself out. Then what? Then the championship round. That's why they call them championship rounds. Let's say they play around. I think it's supposed to be an 8-round fight. Let's say they play around for 5 rounds. Them last 3 rounds is the championship round. Jake, now we're going to see where your heart at. Now we're going to see how tough you're at. So I think if they fight, Gervonta wins. But I really think the fix is in. They're going to dance, hug each other, piss people off. They might throw the last round to get the crowd excited, and then they're going to say, we call this a draw.
But that's my thing. We've seen this play before from Jake Paul, right? I don't think his ego is willing to take a loss in these exhibitions.
It's not, but a draw is. Hey, let me tell you something. I also think this about Jake Paul, too. We're starting to see the business side of him.
Is he good for boxing?
And I was going to ask that question. Is he good for boxing? Far as what he's doing in the ring, no, that's a joke. But far as the spectacle and what he brings is marketing and his whole streaming community that comes follow him, and his undercards are dope.
Fire.
He has dope undercards. There's another thing those other boxing promotions let his undercards be fire. Because he paying people. He even paying the undercard people. Man, listen, I'm getting this internet money. And that money is longer than anything y'all doing over here, because if I have over 32 million followers that follow me on the stream. If I get all of them to buy the DAZN pay-per-view for $60, do you know how much money that is? Like, I would like to look them numbers up. I should have looked them up before the show, but I would like to look up his numbers, what he averages. And look, and because who's the drawing boxer right now? Canelo? That's it? Well, who? The heavyweights? Who?
I think
like he fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who's now being deported to Mexico for allegedly dealing with the cartel. That is crazy. That's a whole nother story.
To your point, for the Mike Tyson fight, he sold almost 60,000 tickets.
That's in people in the stands.
Yes, and that was 18 million for that gate.
For the actual gate of the arena.
Yes. Not what including about online.
Because they got me on the pay-per-view when I saw Mike whole ass out.
Yeah, that was nasty work. Nasty work.
Nasty work. Mike whole ass was out.
We might have to do a little digging, because I don't think Jake Paul want this information out here, but give me a second. It won't be hard to find. At the end of the day, I think, yes, he's pushing the sport forward.
On the hype side, and the marketing side.
Yes.
For what's going on in the ring, I think that's a joke. But to be able to sell that shit, you different. He's selling that.
Let's see.
And the pay-per-view is $60. It's $60 for DAZN for the come on, man. He's doing what, and I think those guys are getting scared. Because let's be honest. Boxing was dying. Minus the little guy, Floyd left. Gervonta, he's a star, but he's not charismatic. He's not exciting, right? His fights are somewhat boring because he kind of stalks his prey. Then once he figures him out, he goes and he beats him up, right? And that's why I used to always laugh if people say Floyd's fights were boring. Like, I'm like, a lot of these guys' fights are boring because they scared to get and stick their nose in there. Ain't no worries. Ain't nobody banging out. Bud, he different, but Bud is not a charismatic person off the mic or doing the, like even the stuff with him and Canelo, it seems kind of forced from Bud because he's so quiet.
Yeah, Bud from Cincinnati?
Nebraska,
excuse me. Ain't nothing to do with it.
So it's like, it seems even forced him going back and forth with Canelo, right? So it's like in the heavyweights, who's in the heavyweights that's left?
No.
Bronze Bomber done.
Yeah.
He's done. Anthony Joshua, glass jaw, he's getting called out by Andre Ward. Andre Ward talking about getting off the couch fighting him, right? Clarissa Shields is holding it down in the women. Alicia Baumgartner doesn't get a lot of.
Yeah, that little boy tough. I would want to see her fight Gervonta. You know what I'm saying? Like if we gonna just make a spectacle of the motherfucking sport, like fuck it, let's put Clarissa up against a guy, and let's get busy. Cause she didn't jump off the porch and said,
yeah, she'll get her ass whipped. Hey, hold on. Matter of fact,
I'm just saying. I want to know what's going on.
Because I want people to really. Clarissa Shields against Gervonta Davis, or anybody in that division that's top 5, will beat the dog shit out of her. And it's no disrespect, Clarissa, because she'll beat my ass. Right? But like how she was talking that shit about my man Keith Thurman and all that, them people will fuck her up, man. Okay? Because there's a video of her getting knocked down by some random in sparring.
Oh, it got leaked?
Got caught. It's out. You can see it. Google it. Gervonta Davis. And I would tell a man fighter, no headshots. You can only hit her in the body.
No.
No headshots.
No.
I want to keep her cute face.
This is a man's world.
Papoose gotta have something to look at. All body shots only for the male boxer. Fuck her up, man. Stop playing. I can't believe you said that out loud. I mean, I wouldn't want to watch that. That would be horrible.
I'm just saying, he's shaking up the boxing industry with the shit he's pulling off. And for me, that's always interesting because there's an unknown factor. And I love not knowing what we're going to get, but I'm intrigued because it's so far-fetched and wild.
Crazy, but you're still going to watch it.
Yes.
And I say this too, he's pushing the buttons of the UFC because the UFC, I was all in the UFC, man. I'm watching UFC because every time one of their greats retire, it's somebody coming up that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like John Bones Jones said he's stepping away from the ring. He done. But then you got guys like Adesanya. You know what I'm saying? You got different guys that are still there that are exciting to watch. But Jake Paul, I say what you want to. Hate on him about boxing, whatever. But he got that marketing shit that's selling the game. That's down. And I can see him if he ever put the gloves down, just becoming a surefire promoter and killing the game. Wouldn't nobody be able to fuck with him? Because boxers know I can get a payday with him. Because you know what? I'm so tired of people, the love of the game. Man, get the fuck. It's about that bread. Now, I'm not saying that just because you sign a deal for $100 million, that should take away your drive to want to win. You're an athlete. That's going to be your competitive nature. But at the end of the day, you going to be broke up. We hear all the stories about ex-athletes that like Earl Campbell said in football, I got both levels of my house built the same because once I go upstairs, I'm upstairs. I'm not coming back down. If a fire happened, I'm dead. So I got the upstairs of my house with a kitchen and everything built so I could move around at night. That's crazy.
It is.
But because you banged up, so why not have $200 million in the bank and I can't barely walk? You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of the old players in sports and a lot of the old boxers, they kind of throw shade against the new guys because they be, it's about money. Yeah, you can barely talk. And you got $700,000 in the bank.
Do you think
if I lose my ability to speak, at least at the last fight I had, I hit for $30 million.
Fair. But do you think the boxing community is rallying around his business acumen as opposed to him as a fighter? Because I don't think
they're rallying around his business acumen. I don't think nobody really respects him
as
a
fighter.
fighter. And that's why he's doing this one. Like, that's why he feels like if I beat one of your champs and one of your champs that spoke out against me, not being shit. Gervonta has been very vocal saying, like, man, dude is a clown. All right, Gervonta, here's your chance. And if I beat you, I don't want to hear about I was 70 pounds heavier. I don't want to hear about I was this much taller. I had this much advance and reach. You said you could whoop me. Because my 5 years experience in boxing is not going to trump you that's been boxing since you was 6, 7 years old. All right, well, let's see. Now, I ain't going to lie, man. I seen Gervonta hitting them pads, and I seen Jake Paul hit them pads, and I said, God damn, it's a world of difference.
Where we watching the fight at? Because I'm locked
man,
in.
I'm down to get it. I'm
down.
Listen, I'm down to link up and watch it anyway because I think it's going to be a dance fest. I think they're going to love and hug each other for 6 rounds, and then they're going to act like they want to fight in round 7, and then in round 8, we might get a little action with being whispered in the ear, hey, don't knock him out. Like Floyd and Logan Paul. I had some dudes in my job was like, oh, man, Logan Paul hung in there. I said, man, Floyd carried that man. Floyd carried that man. And there was a size difference between them.
That was where I was going. What was that size difference? Because I believe Logan Paul's bigger.
He was taller than him and heavier.
Okay, and so Floyd is.
But Logan's nowhere near the boxer that.
No, but I'm just speaking to height and weight. And if there's a 60, 70 pound difference there with Floyd and Logan, then I can see Davis winning this fight.
So other than that, you don't see him winning?
As a fighter. I think that's a lot, man. At 6, bro, okay, look, I'm tell you like this. My brother is 6'2".
Mm-hmm. Damn, what happened?
It's fucked up out here. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I hate fighting him.
Okay.
I ain't got too many W's.
At the day of the fight, Floyd was 44, Logan Paul 26. Floyd was 5'8", Logan Paul 6'2". Reach, 76 inches. Floyd, 72 inches. Weight, Logan Paul checked in at 190, and Floyd checked in at 155. So about 35, 40 pound difference.
All right, well, we will see.
Height too. I mean,
I'm locked in. I'm here for it.
I'm locked in. I can't wait. That's going to be dope. Hey, man, that's going to do it for us this week. Man, hey, we hope to see y'all back. Remember, go to YouTube, like, subscribe, follow us, engage with us on conversation, man. We see you on there talking. We talk back, bro. Hey, man, merch coming soon. You know, I got a little bit working in that. Shout out to my homies at Leaders, man.
I like that one. Hey, Corey, let me get mine, yo.
Hey, man, shout out to Corey and the whole Leaders crew, man. Shout out to all of Chicago and everybody that makes this thing work, man. Of course, my man, Media Mind. Check him out on the Corner Convo podcast as well, man. Good stuff they doing over there. And what's the one y'all do with Knowledge?
What's funny today?
Got to shout out What's Funny Today, man. Knowledge and the crew, man. Hey, man, my name is Leon Rogers. Catch me on WGCI as long as they keep me there. We'll see y'all next week. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Gmail. Follow us everywhere except to our cribs. Sports Unplugged. SPORTZ Unplugged.com. Gmail.com. YouTube. All right. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Hello.